Hello, my sweet friends. So happy that you stopped by to see me today. Today we're going to try to finish up this Man's Best Friend journal. When I worked on it with you, I've only worked on it one other time, and that was with you all pretty much. I sewed in the signatures and beaded the spine, and I really, these are, of course, better beads than the ones that I make the big tassels out of. And I love the way they feel. They're always cold and smooth. I just love the way they feel. When I picked this up, I don't know, crazy. Anyway, welcome to my channel today. Let's see what we can get up to. I am going to set my timer for 45 minutes because I'm sure I'll work every bit of that and maybe a little more, but I want to know when my camera might die on me. So, let me just get it started. All right. So let's read God's word. Let everything that has breath praise the Lord. I know the rest of that goes, praise ye the Lord. Psalms 150, verse 6. The precepts of the Lord are right, giving joy to the heart. Psalms 19, verse 8. Very true. Okay. And I have some shout outs to Debbie Kelly, Selena Stevens, Mary Jo Crafting and Dolls, Terry from Talon's Place Design, Thumbelina, and Leanna Jones. Thank you, ladies, as always, for your wonderful comments. I do appreciate them so very much. Alrighty. So, the first thing I want to do is to make a little dog house. This was my prototype. One that I made, but I want to make one a little neater and everything. And I'm using this tag. I had cut out something else to use as a template to make a door, but I don't know what happened to it. Like I said, I did start this video one other time, and I had some technical difficulties and some puppy difficulties, so I decided we're just going to start all over again. So I'm going to cut this off and maybe overlay this with a darker color to become the door. This door was kind of big and wide, and so that's the first thing I'm going to do. And one of my viewers was asking me how long I've been making junk journals. And I started almost 2 days. I started 2 days ago. Of course, I decided to do my channel before that, but no, I started 2 years ago, almost, not to the day. It was right, I think it was either right before Thanksgiving or right after Thanksgiving. I had just, been watching random YouTube videos, and how they started coming up in my feed, I don't know, because I had no interest in paper crafts. I've never been a scrapbooker. When I was younger, my younger days, I may have played around with decoupage once in a while, but mainly my crafts, if I had time to craft, was knitting, crocheting, sewing, but definitely not paper crafts. I just never did it. I didn't know anything about it. So, yeah, I started watching these videos, and I thought, oh, gee, that looks like fun. Of course, I didn't know a thing about making junk journals. I really didn't. So I need 4.5. A little less than 4. I didn't know a thing, not a single solitary thing about making junk journals. What did I say? I forgot. Yeah, 4.5. But I watched the videos, and I gathered some supplies. I think I bought some Cartabella paper, Christmas paper from Amazon. And I set out to make junk journals. Of course, I had to look up what a signature was. I learned to sew my signatures. I learned the 3-hole pamphlet stitch right away, because that's the only thing that I was seeing people do on the videos that I was watching. And so I was doing that. And if I didn't understand something, I looked up the definition on Google. I didn't know what a masterboard was for several months. My first year was really about experimenting and learning because I didn't know a thing about it. But I found that I did really enjoy it a lot. And so over time, as I watched and I learned, I tried to do different things, and I started making junk journals. Then after my husband passed away, I really found, I stuck with it because I found that I really enjoyed it, and it was very, very therapeutic. I had a hard time dealing with my husband's death. I had a difficult time grieving for him. I didn't cry. I knew he was in a better place. I knew that his suffering was over, but the problem is, I didn't think he was going to die then. I really didn't. I thought, he's going to go into the hospital like many other times. They're going to figure out what the problem is, and after a few days, he'll come home. You know, I never figured that he was going to pass away at that particular time. For some reason, my daughter, who was a nurse by then, did figure that it was going to. And after a few days, she finally told me that she felt that way. But I didn't. I did not think that he was going to pass away. So when it happened, I didn't know how to react. I really didn't know how to react. All I could do was be thankful that he wasn't suffering anymore. And oh dear, what's wrong with this? Maybe because the glue is wet, I don't know. So not too long after he passed away, my daughter and myself and my son-in-law, we took a trip to Ireland because, oh my goodness. Well, let me wait for the glue to dry. We took a trip to Ireland, and when we got back, I went right back to my working on my junk journals. I really had been enjoying it. I found it, like I said, to be very therapeutic, but I was like in a frenzy. If I made a junk journal, for instance, a dog junk journal, I had to make 2 of them. Why? I don't know. Didn't know what I was going to do with them. You know, I didn't have an Etsy shop. I didn't go to craft fairs. I didn't do any of that stuff. So why did I need to make 2? I don't know. I can't tell you. So that's why I have so many junk journals. But I was really enjoying it. Like I said, it was very therapeutic for me. And then I got to a point where I felt, I think I would like to start a YouTube channel. I mean, I know that I am not like the best crafter in the world. And I know that I don't have a lot of original ideas, but I told my daughter, I said, would you laugh if I said I wanted to start a YouTube channel? And she said, no, why? Oh dear. Excuse me. Sorry about that. So, I wasn't paying attention to what I was doing, and so I got myself in a little bit of trouble. This is going to be trimmed a little bit more. I kept right on at it, and my dad said, well, Mom, why would we laugh at you? you should do it. So I did. I started my channel, and boy, oh boy, it was, it's been a lot of work, but I loved it. I love it so much. I love learning new things. I love meeting some of the wonderful people, and I'm making some really good friends through this platform, and that is such a blessing. So I'm very happy that with God's help I chose this path. I mean, you know, oh my goodness. And there goes my blade. I need to slow down a little bit. If I don't get this finished today, I don't get it finished. I'm not going to stress myself, Maggie. Don't do that to yourself. So I've enjoyed it 100%. There's no doubt about that. I love the people that I'm interacting with. And I've kind of changed. When I started my channel, I was just going to make junk journals. That's all that I was going to do. And I wasn't going to, you know, I wasn't going to do anything else. I mean, I never had collaged. You know, there's a lot of things I'd never done. Oh, there, boy, that took a little bit of muscle. But I've learned so many new things, and I'm doing things that I never even knew existed before. Can you imagine that? In my adult life, there's some of these crafting things I never knew that, you know, that even existed. And so I'm doing other things now besides just making junk journals. And my goodness, it's just so much fun. It's really fun, and I am enjoying myself. I hope you know that I am enjoying myself, because I definitely am. I need to score this a little bit on this line. I'll go this way, maybe. Oh, half an inch. Yeah, I'm enjoying it completely. I'm so thankful that I made the decision when I was watching those videos to just pick up some glue and paper and scissors and start cutting and start putting things together, because I think it's certainly not the best decision of my life, but it is one of the best decisions of my life for sure. It's a decision that I don't regret. Where there's things I've done that I do regret that decision. You know what I mean. Our lives are not perfect. We're real people, and that's the way it is. So that's why and the long and the short of it, that's why I started making junk journals. It was just kind of on a fluke. But why I continued, and one of the things about starting this channel, oh, I need to glue this down, is that I wanted to make friends. I wanted to learn new things. I wanted to be an inspiration to others who might be grieving or going through something else in their lives. And maybe there is something like crafting, or no matter what type it is, and you kind of are giving it up because you're now suffered this loss and you just don't feel like you can do it anymore. Whatever the reason is, just keep at it, keep going. This is so therapeutic in so many ways, and for so many reasons, I'm, like I said, so happy that I made the decision to start doing this. It's only been good. Only been good. No, I'm not making any money. I've sold one journal at my Etsy shop, and that was just recently. I was very happy and thrilled about that, believe me. Now how did I do the other one that I didn't? Because the mistake I made in the one that I had to start over again was that I cut this off 2-2. Oh, I know. So, yeah, you know, I would encourage you, my friends, you know, just keep on going. Do what you love, or pick something up and do it, you know. You'll probably find that, I'm just gonna wing it. You'll probably find that you probably will be amazed by what you find out about yourself and about something tells me this is not going to work the way I want it to work. I think this needed to come down more. I don't know if I can fix this or not. I mean, I don't know why I made this mistake. Well, you know what? I'm gonna set this aside. I'd hope to get this done first, but it doesn't want to get made right now, so, you know. I've learned just not to fight with things. You know, if it's not gonna happen right at this moment, that's okay. I made quite a few of these little houses now, and but this just doesn't want to get made right now. That's okay. All right, so here's all of the pages that didn't go back in this book because it was just so fat. You couldn't do anything in it if you wanted to. And I picked some different pages other than these, although there are some beautiful pages in here. And I'm going to take all this ephemera that was in some of the pockets and stuff on these pages, and I am going to put it in an envelope and add it to the journal so that the recipient can decorate, because she's an artist, can decorate it or do whatever she would like to do with it. All right, so I'm going to cut 2 pockets to go up, one in the front, one in the back. And I think they're going to be about 6 inches. So I'm going to put a gusset on them. And I'm going to make them more of a tuck spot than an actual pocket. So this is 5.5 inches. So I need 6. How wide is this? That'll be just about right. So I got a whole bunch of stuff that can go in to add to this journal. Plus I need to make a writing board for it. So I'm going to go about 6. And put this up. So yeah, it's been a good journey for me. So journaling with Maggie had as much to do with the journey as it did journaling. To be honest, I'm not a journaler. I've said this several times now. I've said this many times. I've tried over the years to be a journaler. This is 4. I'll score this at 3.5. But apparently it's just not my thing. And I want to score this here at 1/2 inch, and this is 6 inches. But I've come to learn that my expression, my journaling is done through the things I make. You know, they may not be perfect, you know, but, well, junk journals aren't perfect. They might not have the same pizzazz as somebody else's journal may have. But that's okay too. You know, we have to do ourselves. We have to be ourselves. And that is very important when you're creating things. Just do what you enjoy, and it's good to learn new techniques. And if there is a right or a wrong way for something, it's good to know that. But mainly, you need to enjoy it. Just enjoy it for the fun of it. I mean, this is fun. It wasn't fun when I was trying to put that little doghouse together. Why I'm not able to right now, I don't know. But that's why I set it aside, because I know I will enjoy making it when I pick it up the next time. And I'm going to put some lace in here. I've got this lace. I love this stuff. With the double-sided tape on it, and it sticks. Once you put it down, boy, let me tell you what, it is just not coming up. Oh my glasses, I need my glasses. Oh darn it, I got a little short. I haven't pressed it down yet, that's why I'm able to pull it up. I'm recording. Okay. So here's our pocket. We're going to put a pocket back here. Sorry, little puppy house, we will get you made. Okay. I need to cut this off. Hope I put that on. Yeah, I did. I was afraid maybe I put it on with the pop-ins prints going the wrong way. So I want, this is a little more than 6, so I want to score this at 1/2 inch. So I hope everybody's doing well today. I've had a good day so far. My I expect it will be a good day. The day goes by so quickly. Oh, I need to turn this off. So quickly. Before I know it, it's dinner time, and Saturdays just come around way too fast. Way too fast. I'm going to put this piece, I should have done this on the other one, put it down before. Okay, the reason I didn't used to put gussets in these pockets, but the reason I do that is because I like to put a writing board or any big journaling cards, and this does have quite a few of those, so. All right, now I want to put some lace on some of these pages. Not journaling anymore, just add lace to pages that have pockets. I used to use so much, that's another thing I used to do. Oh my goodness, I used so much lace, it was ridiculous. It had to be on all the page edges and all the page bottoms, and oh, crazy. Now I just add a little bit, just for a little touch of something. Oops. I hope my daughter will still like this. I mean, when I said I gotta remake this, I don't think she realized that I meant remake it. If not, well, it'll be in my Etsy shop or a gift for somebody. I got enough for one more page in here. I'll do the second signature. So yeah, this has been a wonderful journey. Like I said, I would encourage you If you're kind of lost and don't know what to do, give it a try. You don't need a lot of supplies to get started, you know. If you just want to make junk journals, you know, use what you have around your house. Oh, all these pages are so shorter. Oh well. Alright, let's see what we've got here. Some lice here. I would encourage you to get started. Do you have ink? I mean, not ink. Do you have paper? Do you have scissors? Do you have glue? Start there. It's a good place to start. When I do something, though, I tend to go into it full throttle. So I bought a lot of stuff early on that, in hindsight, was not a good idea because a lot of it I don't use. I didn't need it, but I thought I did. Well, don't you know, I'd either heard somebody else talking about it or using it, so it must be something that I had to have. Well, that's not necessarily the case. You have to figure out what you like, what you enjoy doing, and then I do like to kind of balance it a little bit, and then go from there, you know, because what I like to do and how I like to do it is one way. How you might like to do it is another way. How you express yourself, that's another thing altogether. So you have to really figure out what you like. And in the beginning, I really liked making junk journals, and that's all that I did. I didn't even attempt to do anything else. Like I said, I didn't know what a master board was for months. And I didn't start making master boards, to be honest, till right before I started my channel. I think I had made one master board before I started my channel. And then I started doing Master Board Monday. I can't put it at least here because this opens up. I haven't made one of these pockets in forever. This opens up, and I put this little doggy paper clip here. There we go. So this was a fun, oh, let's get some real quick on it. This was a fun little journal to make. It's just I stuffed it so full because that's the other thing. I thought I had to do that. I saw a couple of other creators doing that. I said, oh gosh. But I don't like them stuffed full anymore. Matter of fact, this is still too fat for my taste now. But we change, you know, and that's a good thing. It's all right to change your style, change how you do things. Because as you go along, you find things that you enjoy doing more than you did when you first began. So stretch your wings. I stretch my wings all the time, and I do things I don't have a clue what I'm doing. But stretch your wings. Like I'm going to make a snippet roll now. I know that's not anything that's really difficult to do. I'm pretty sure. But I've never made one before. So I'm going to make one for, try to make one for December, Ember. All right, now I've got some lace on, but it does look, I could use one more piece of lace. No, I think I'm gonna just leave it. Okay. So now some of the other things that I had, because I kept everything. Oh, I don't like this. Here. Right in front of me. Here's my tie. Oh. All right, what did I do with... I kept the topper and I'm not finding it. I'm trying to find my little topper. Oh, here's, this goes in the back page. Okay, I kept this pretty simple. I don't think I'm going to glue the ribbon down this time. I think I'm just going to tie it around it. We kind of have to get this somewhat in the center if it's... right about there. This is a linen that I covered this with, but it's not, it's a very end of the line, you know, low budget kind of linen. Oh, the 45 minutes are almost up. So I'll probably have to change my battery to finish this up. Okay, so I'm going to stop and then change my battery. I'll be right back. Okay, so I'm got back. Got this on the front. Everything's falling down. Time for me to do a good cleanup of my desk again. I really should do that before I start making that snippet roll, because that's going to take up a lot of space. I'll put this handsome fellow on here. He fell out of someplace. Okay. And back here. I'm going to put this in here. It said, "You came into my heart one day so beautiful and smart. My dear and sweet companion, I loved you from the start. And though I knew the time would come when we would have to part, you'll never be forgotten. You left paw prints on my heart." If you're an animal lover and have lost one of your fur babies at some point in your life, you know how true that is. I think losing a beloved pet is one of the saddest things that can happen in our life, because our lives are so short, and because they live so love so unconditionally. I'm going to put this on here. It's so hard to lose them, you know. I've lost 3 dogs now, and one I was especially close to. The other 2, Nellie, I was very close to as well, but not in the same way I was the other one. And then the other little one I lost, I hadn't had her for too terribly long. She was a rescue. But the first one I had for 16 years, Nellie was a rescue as well. But I had her for a few years. But the first one wasn't. I already had him when I was 8 weeks old. Matter of fact, the vet questioned whether he was actually, oh dear, this is torn a little bit here. I think I'm going to just put something there. Questioned whether he really was 8 weeks old. He seemed younger, but yeah, 16 years. He traveled all over the United States with me, and oh, he was the best little dog, the best friend a person could have. He would wait for me when I came home from work, you know, be at the door waiting, or, yeah. All right, so that's about all we have to do with this. I'm just going to tie these in the center. I'm not going to put dangles on these. I am going to just put a couple of charms on them and let them hang just below the pages. I've got some charms. I hope I put them in here. But if I can't find those, oh, Maggie, I've got to clean this desk off. Well, I don't know where they got off to, but I'm going to pull a couple because I really want to get this finished. So I got a cute little doggy bowl. I'll show these to you just as I pick out the ones I'm going to use. Here's a little paw print. And I love dogs. I wish I knew what kind of dogs this lady had, but I don't. I love my dog, I'll put instead. Alright, so let me pick these up and put them on something so maybe you can see them. They're so cute. Alright. This one said, I love my dog. Here's a little paw print. This cute little guy. And a little dog dish. And it's got little, it says on the side, it says, I love my dog. And a little paw prints. It's so cute. Can you see these? Probably not real well. But they're just adorable. I'm just putting these on here, and I'm going to tie them off, and then I'm going to put some glue over the knot, but I'll do that afterwards so I can cut the string off. I didn't realize they had these little tiny ones. I found them when I was going through some charms for something else. But there's some other, they're little cute, little, like, look like little quilted, so cute. And I thought I had left them out. Apparently I put them somewhere where I can't find them. You know where those things go. These images are so stinking cute. So I said I need to make a writing board. I will do that, but I'm going to do it off camera. And my printer's acting up again, so I need to either find something that I've already got printed that I can use, or just wait a day or so. My printer's just, I'm just going to have, it's been working fine all the last day or two, which was good. I needed it to be working, but now it's given up the ghost. Well, it's working, it's just, oh dear, I lost that. I didn't lose it, but thankfully I have another one, little dog dish. It's working, it's just printing lines on the paper. Let me show you what it's doing. Like this. And yes, I know all about painting the print heads. I've cleaned most darn print heads so many times. I've wasted so much ink doing that. And I'll say, oh yes, I'll run a test and everything will look good, you know, print the little paper out with the little bit wobbly squares, and yeah, everything looks good. The print heads are working now, okay. But then it might print 1 or 2 pages, or it might print for 1 or 2 days. And then there it goes again. So as much as I hate to do it, I'm just gonna have to take it in. won't have to pay anything to have it repaired, so that's the good thing. All right, so I know these ties on the end look pretty ugly right now, but I'm going to put some glue on them and cut them off. And then we'll have this great big ribbon here. I think I'll iron it to tie around it. It doesn't, well, maybe I'll just iron it and I'll put it with it. I thought I had it glued on here before, but maybe I didn't. We'll see. We shall see. So anyway, that's this little dog journal. I'm going to pull out a lot of these pieces of ephemera and put them in the pockets. And then let my daughter know that it's pretty much ready. So thank you for coming along with me today. This did take longer than I wanted it to take because this little doghouse did not want to get made right now, but you will get made, little doghouse. I guarantee you. We will get you done. So anyway, thank you guys so much for being with me today. If you like this video, please give me a thumbs up. If you haven't subscribed, if you're watching my channel and you're new and you haven't subscribed, please subscribe and leave me your comments. You know I love your comments. So I hope you all have a wonderful weekend. Well, you'll see this tomorrow on Sunday, but I hope you're having a wonderful weekend. And if you watch this tomorrow, your weekend, that you're doing well. And yeah, I'll see you in the next one. Probably be very soon too, because I want to do a I always want to say December. There's no C in there. December video to make a snippet and revisit my little letters. So anyway, I love you all. Remember to be kind to somebody. Be thankful for something. What am I going to tell you I'm thankful for today? Gosh, I got so many things that I'm thankful for. I'm thankful that I'm able to sit here and do this. I'm thankful for that. And I'm thankful for all the joy it brings me. Yes, I am indeed. So, and do something that brings you joy, whatever that may be. And I love you all very much. I really do. And I'll see you in the next one. Bye, everyone. Bye-bye. Bye.